What's going on, my guys? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Garrett with Game by the Beach. Very excited to be here with you today because we're going to be bringing you guys a brand new Inquisitor deck showing off Inquisitor plus Sharpshooter. And Sharpshooter with the level 11 talents. So the reason I make that abundantly clear is because you don't need to max out your Sharpshooter to get the effectiveness for having him in your deck as a support. We're going to be showing off that shrapnel that he's sending to your opponent's side, stun after the bosses. It's just such a fun, chaotic, great win condition mechanic from the Sharpshooter. I wanted to shed a little bit of light on that card while coupling with INQUIZ. I think this deck is really, really good, and I hope you guys give it a try. But guys, grab your coffee, grab your device, and let's head on down to Game by the Beach. Welcome back once again, fellas. We're going to be jumping right into a game here that I've been wanting to show off, a deck here that I've been wanting to show off for a while. If this guy ever drops any cards, there they are, which is Sharpshooter with Inquisitor. Okay, we actually played it last week on stream, and we had some good and bad days. I think it was the last day of the season, so we were going up against some really tough opponents. But I wasn't able to showcase a YouTube video for all you fine folks, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay, basically I'm running my Knight of Light Inquisitor deck, but instead of having Pretzel in there, I'm running Sharpshooter. And notice my Sharpshooter, it only has the first two talents on it. I've talked a little bit about Sharpshooter this week. I ran a Cultist deck recently with Sharpshooter, showcasing those first two talents because those are the only ones that really make Sharpshooter necessary, that make him effective, which is the shrapnel. I'll show it off right here, okay? The stunning shot, the shrapnel that you send to your opponent's board. When you take out mini bosses, it's 1 second stun. When you take out regular bosses, it's a 6-second stun. And it's dependent on how many Sharpshooters you have on the board and what tier, what level those Sharpshooters are as well, which I think is a really, really cool mechanic. If it was just, you know, one Sharpshooter meant one shot, two Sharpshooter. I like that you can add, you can have more, fewer. I would really be interested to run this deck with like Knight of Darkness and have the one INQUIZ on a Knight statue or one INQUIZ with, you know, 10 sword stacks and letting it do its thing. And then have Sharpshooter, have like 8 Sharpshooters on your board just going ham. And if you're able to take out those bosses before your opponent, that stun is crazy. And just imagine when you make it to the 2 bosses, the 3 bosses. You take out one boss, stuns. They're not taking out those second and third bosses if you take out that first boss before they take out their second. Like, it's so difficult and works really, really well. And it's kind of on the side of toxicity, but we're not going to talk about that a whole lot. So our opponent, we're going up against a level 13 Cultist. He's got the level 13 talents as well. Level 9 Awakened Sword, as well as a level 11 Bow, level 11 Epic Mage Robes, and level 8 what's it called? Amulet of Magic Amulet. There it is. I knew it was so a very, very solid deck right there. And Cultist versus INQUIZ, it can kind of be a toss-up at this point. You really don't know which way you're going to go. So with this deck, I typically only go for 4. For whatever reason, we found 7, and it was kind of there to stay. So we decided, you guys like the sweatshirt? So we decided to just go for 7, and hopefully we can find like 2, maybe 3, 1 or 2, 3 Sharpshooters that are also going to be there to stay. We do have a couple of Sharpshooters, 2 right now, that are on Knight statues, and we got our Knight statues in perfect locations without a Portal Keeper. I mean, our board is looking very, very, very good for right now, and going forward. So Warlock in 30 seconds. We already got our INQUIZ to 3. We got it to 4. We got it to max right there. This guy's going to have to do some serious work and really output a lot of damage in order to keep up with us and in order to take out those bosses before us, because that's where it's crucial. Okay, once we start getting to the double bosses, it almost doesn't even matter. If we take them out similar speeds, that second boss is going to be trouble for him. For the first bosses, if we take them out at similar speeds, he'll probably be okay. Okay, so we took that out right there. We got 4 units on that board stunned because we got a rank 2 and 2 rank 1 sharpshooters. Really simple to understand kind of how that works, but it's really, really fun. And I'm also interested to see what sharpshooter will look like when it's maxed, because I don't really use him for his damage at all. He's really not benefiting me in damage at all. I'm still going to level him up just for the sake of it, but realistically, he's only in there for that stun. Okay, and that's why the level 11 talents work. Okay, but if you also had him in there for damage and he's doing the stun, that's where Sharpshooter can really thrive, and you can really take on some high-level opponents. So looking at my man's board, he currently doesn't have any 10 stacks, which is definitely good for us. Harlequin Dryad, as well as Scrapper, Sword, a really cool deck on his part. Honestly, it's definitely a deck that I would run. Definitely a deck that I would enjoy playing. And he's got 3 Ts right now. Oh, we went blurry for a second. And we've got 3 Ts right now. He's got 3 Ts. But our board, we've got 7 INQUIZes. We've got a rank 6 on a square on a knight statue. A rank 4 on a square on a knight statue. Another rank 4, not on a knight statue. Rank 3, rank 2, and then a rank 1 in the corner. Okay, and we're going to kind of move them around as the game goes. I played this game just a little while ago. But I do kind of like doing replays because I can just talk and focus on kind of what we're thinking about rather than the next play necessarily. I feel like we've done so many of those videos where it's all about the next play. And we're definitely going to be doing those more in the future. But for right now, I've been enjoying doing replays and then talking over them. And I can't wait until they actually allow you to see the emotes throughout, because I like throwing in emotes here and there, especially when a guy's BMing or this, that, and the other thing. So I wish they were in the game as well. But here comes a lion. It did hit my knight statue. Not a whole lot we can do about that. But we're just going to keep on chugging along. We got Warlock in 28 seconds. What is this, the 3rd, 4th? Might be into the 4th boss already. I'm not exactly sure. I'm going to level up that Scrapper just in case. We got our INQUIZ to max. So actually looking at this, that was probably the 3rd boss because all of our INQUIZes are at stack 3. Okay, so that was the 3rd boss. 4th boss coming up very, very soon. And when do the second bosses come? When do the 2 bosses start coming? 5? 6? Let's find out. I think that's something that we should really know right off the bat, but we don't. And as you can see, he's pretty much taking things out just about at the same pace as we are. So, like I said before, doesn't really matter. So we've taken out 4 bosses now. This is going to be the 5th, Assassin. And Assassin could be really good. Let's see if he's going to fall off a little bit this wave, make it a little bit more troublesome. His scrappering is doing phenomenal right now. But let's see if we can, get him away from his portal so that Assassin actually does hit him. That would be massive. But look at this board. We've actually got a rank 5 sharpshooter, another rank 2 sharpshooter. So that's what, 7 shots? 7 shrapnels units, 7 units on his board that are going to be stunned. That is a ton of units. And now that's 8. We've got 8 units now. And because Assassin's coming up, we're probably not going to keep that rank 1. But through the boss, sure, why not? That's 8 shrapnels right there. A little stun right there just to get him a little bit away from his portal. But it's still 2.8 versus 1.3. So we should be able to take this out before him. We did. We stunned a little bit. He still didn't take a hit. That was the 5th boss. Okay. So on the 6th boss, that's when you start to get 2 bosses. Again, absolutely I should have already known that. But for some reason, I don't. So it is what it is. But we've got 7 INQUIZes going. We've got a rank 6 sharpshooter, a rank 3 sharpshooter. We can probably go for another one if we want to. I see a lion, so I'm going to hit my gadget pretty soon. He's actually ranking down my sharpshooter right there, which is really too bad. We don't really have much of a choice but to eat that Dryad of Rage. I would have liked to keep that guy there too, or at least ranked somebody up to get the benefit. But again, not the end of the world. But Warlock and Warlock. Double Warlock. It's dangerous, fellas. It's dangerous to say the least. And we're going to have to see if we can make it so that he takes a hit from 1 Warlock, 2 Warlocks, 3 Warlocks. The more the merrier. The more the merrier, okay? Chronaut. Let's see what we do. Warlock before him. That's a big stun. Ooh, that's a big hit. Another one. Another 6 seconds. That was pretty lucky for him, but we took the middle one out on that right side. Huge. So now he's going to take out that front one. Let's see if it targets anything. It was going to target that one, which wouldn't have really mattered. And then we're going to target that right one. Okay, so pretty good targeting. I mean, it wasn't the best of the best of the best, but pretty good targeting. That middle one as a hit is huge. And I think it was a rank 6. And he had 3 rank 6, I believe it was 3 rank 6 middle cultists, but he's only got 8 absorbs. So that's where he went wrong. He only had 8 absorbs. I don't know how he only had so few absorbs. He was scrapping away, I guess, and wasn't as focused on absorbing his cultists right, left, and center or whatever. Only ended up with game over there. Game over there. Okay, we're checking out the damage here. Level 13, level 9, level 20 trainer, 2500 crit. We ended up doing a little over 200 mil. I think this deck could go 500 mil, a billion maybe. Let me know if you guys want to see this deck go again, because that was a whole lot of fun. And yeah, that double boss is brutal. If we're even in the same ballpark of how fast we're taking out bosses to comparative to our opponent, Sharpshooter is just brutal. And again, if we end up ever leveling him up, and I don't even know if we're able to level him up. Let's see. Let's check him out here. So we could get him to 15. We've got 300 cores, so that'll be 160. I think we could probably get the next one if we really wanted to, but realistically, I don't think you need to. If you have the opportunity to get that second talent on Sharpshooter, I really, really do recommend it. Throw it in any of those decks. If you make it to those second bosses with one of your decks, add Sharpshooter to the mix, because they're going to have a really hard time going through that boss. But guys, that is going to be the end of this YouTube video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll check you guys out in tomorrow's video.